Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It is wonderful to see all of you. Welcome in. Go ahead and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that live chat button. Feel free to set any requests or intentions for your greater well-being. We're going to get things started off by putting together a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you are watching this as a video replay, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. And if you want to skip ahead to the Reiki portion, if you're watching this as pre-recorded, you can skip ahead to about the 1 hour, 15-minute mark and begin your journey there. And for those of you who've been here before, welcome back. It's wonderful to see you again, and thank you for your ongoing support. Oh, it's so wonderful to see you all. I hope you're nice and warm and toasty wherever you happen to be. Let's go ahead and dive right into building this beautiful crystal grid. But just before all of that, if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. All the information is there, and all of the link for that website is in the description, as are links to all of my social media and my email newsletter. Definitely get on that newsletter if you're looking to buy anything within the next couple of weeks, because I will have some amazing holiday sales for all of you. So let's dive on in, start building that grid, and say hello to everyone here. Awesome. So let me just... Here we go. So as per usual, I'm gonna just... The cats were jumped up on the desk while I was out seeing clients. So this is a copper spiral. Copper helps to break up blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going. And this mirror here helps to reflect and deflect any energy that's just not meant to hang around here for all of us. So let's go in, say hello to everyone, and then start building this beautiful grid. Oh, wow, a nice full house already. Welcome in, everyone. So Flower, Jenny, Still Not Still, Lila Ray, Patty, and or Key, and Jenny. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Good stuff. Awesome. So let's start diving in. All right, let me bring my legs up. Yeah, this is, I ran out. I had clients in person today, and it always feels like such a weird flashback to my old life when I used to see more clients in person. It's so wild. So let's see what we have here for requests. Jenny, blood sugar, hormone, parasympathetic nervous system overhaul. Yeah, we'll do the best we can for sure. Okay, let's do that. So, nervous system, epidote, and let's do some dragon's blood too. Blood sugar. Serpentine. And hormones. There's a couple of good ones. Yeah, let's start there. So let's start with some dragon's blood, and of course, y'all have heard this a million times because you've been here before. For anyone who's new, I don't do the whole, like, modern medicine is bad. I don't do any of that. I think do all the things that work for you. I look at everything I do as complementary. So Reiki, crystals, all of these things are incredibly helpful for your well-being. Before we get into the Reiki session, I'll explain it in more detail, but I definitely don't see anything I do as like a replacement for anything. I'm not here to like med shame or anything like that. Do all the things that work to help support your greater good. But with that, let's dive in. So dragon's blood, this can be helpful for the nervous system. It's also really helpful for things like, let me just bring that up to the light there. There we go. Dragon's blood can also be great for grief and loss, so that you can process those emotions without kind of getting stuck in the pain of them. Wonderful for patience with yourself, learning. You're learning through life experience, but also learning from your mistakes. So this can support that kind of reflection. Helpful too for the thyroid, having the courage to make any necessary personal changes, and great to for kind of like relieving self-pity in a sense. So that is dragon's blood. And for hormones, I'm going to bring in Unakite. This is a superb healing stone for everything having to do with women's health. Everything from like different points in our life hormonally, even fertility, labor, delivery, postpartum, all of those kinds of things. Also really helpful for quitting smoking, really any addictions, and helpful too for metabolism and for circulation, the heart, and movement of fluids through the body. So we'll bring in Unakite. And it's interesting too, Unakite is, actually Epidote is here. Epidote and Unakite, you will find Epidote in Unakite. You'll find Epidote in Dragon's Bloodstone. So a lot of Epidote for you today. And it makes sense because Epidote is superb for the nervous system, kind of like a nervous system reset. Also really helpful for anything healing the skin. It's thought to be one of the stones recommended for things like Parkinson's and just in general the brain. Helpful too for recovery from illness, injury, and definitely in the past I've used it for helping with negative self-talk. If you talk to yourself meaner than you would talk to other people, that's a good chance that you can you can work on that. That's what I learned about myself during quarantine, and this was a really helpful stone for moving out of that. Also really helpful for connecting with the fairy realm. So we will bring in Epidote, and you can kind of see how they look so similar, right? So yeah, Epidote, Unakite, Dragon's Bloodstone. Oh, I see some good requests coming in for sure. And Serpentine has a lot of really unique healing capacities that other stones don't seem to. This can be wonderful for anything having to do with blood sugar, whether it's diabetes, hypoglycemia, anywhere in between. Really helpful. Also for calcium and magnesium deficiency. I struggle with both of those, and I love this stone for that. Helpful too for dementia, if you're interested in that. Also blue sapphire is helpful. Muscle weakness, eczema, and even trance meditation. It's a very multifaceted stone, but not in the multifaceted because that's how stones are cut, but more like it's multifaceted in the range of things that it impacts. So that is Serpentine. And I hope that you feel better. I hope that this is helpful to you. And it's good to see you, Jenny. Lots of love to you and your family. And who else popped in? Elta, welcome in. I can definitely support those. I will get to everybody's requests today. Absolutely. I'm just going to go down the whole list. Violet Integration, Grace, good to see you both. Hope you're doing well. As a reminder, y'all, I don't usually stream on Thursdays, but this Thursday is U.S. Thanksgiving, and I will be streaming at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Feel free to join me. I know the holidays can be hard, so if it happens to work out for you and it's something to look forward to, come hang out. And if not, don't worry about it. It's fine. Let's see what else. Okay, so Lila Ray, anything to help resolve conflict with a coworker friend? Absolutely. Flower, we would all benefit from a nervous system overhaul. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'll get some other stones that can help with that too. But yeah, resolving conflict. So let's do let's go ahead with, first of all, labradorite. This can be great for helping to calm disputes. We often think of that here in terms of like customer service. It like kind of discourages disputes for people who are most likely to encounter them, but it's for anyone that's going through disputes or trying to not give into it so much. helps for workplace harmony in a big way. So labradorite's a wonderful stone for this. Also really great for sleeping better, for research and study. This is a great stone for attention to detail, like fine attention to detail. So if you're researching something, or if you are, say you're doing coding or anything like that, where a fine attention to detail is really important, this is a great stone. Helpful too for clairvoyance, that's your spiritual sight, and for enjoying travel. And travel during the holidays is sometimes hard to enjoy. So lots of love to anyone who's traveling. So labradorite can be helpful. Let's also bring in aquamarine. Aquamarine can help with forgiveness. It's also helpful for deflecting like low vibe behavior, kind of like a pettiness or immaturity. We often joke that it is the anti-Karen stone, but it's just superb for helping discourage childish or like less mature reactions, so that you can kind of keep in mind with like the flow of things, the forgiveness, seeing the bigger picture. Helpful too for may justice prevail, and also great for circulation of fluids throughout the body, as well as the health of the teeth and gums. So that is aquamarine. I'm just going to tidy this up. There we go. I'm also going to bring in some carnelian. We usually end up bringing this stone in anyway, and I think it could be a really good one to support that relationship. So carnelian is the sacral chakra. It's everything that has to do with how we relate to others, and even like broadly speaking the world around us, but also the closer friendships and relationships we have, including our romantic relationships. This is also a stone that can help you to attract a romantic partner, but this is a stone that can help with bringing groups together and helping iron out relationship issues. Helpful too for healing wounds, as well as cold and allergies, and for fertility as well. So and sexual function and dysfunction and all those things too. So that is carnelian, and all the best to you, Lila Ray. Okay, cool. And good to see you, Lila Ray. I hope it all works out. Christina, Victoria, Jennifer. Wonderful to see you all. Wonderful to see you all. I am going to get to everybody's requests. Let's see. Flower, tree agate, and super 7. Cool. Super 7 and tree agate. So, super 7 is a gift to us from Chris. And it's a combination of 7 different specimens, all in kind of one crystal. This helps with a number of things. It's an incredibly powerful stone of intuition, psychic ability, receptivity, being open to those messages, can even help with things like channeling and telepathy. But it's also helpful for strengthening your auric field or your energy field, and for just bringing in a sense of peace, harmony, and unity consciousness, awareness of that we're all interconnected, and what we are throwing out into the universe, we're throwing into ourselves too. Helpful for earth healing and for working towards goals, like larger plans, having like all those steps that we take towards our ultimate goal. This one can very much help that. So that is super 7. And let's just go ahead and place this around here. And then next we have the beauty of tree agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, and it's thought to help balance and harmonize the flow of energy throughout the body, even down to the smallest the smallest nuanced points. Basically, you may be familiar with the chakras. They're the bigger parts of that energy system, all the way down to what's called the nadi, Nadi in English. That's where the energy filters throughout our body. And this is thought to harmonize any imbalances, regardless of the nature of the imbalance, the causes of the imbalance, what needs to be done. It's considered tridoshic, good for everyone in equal measure. So we'll bring this in for general good health, healing, and energy flow through the body. So good to see you, flower. And grace, intentions, heart healing, happiness, self-love. Absolutely. So heart healing. Happiness and self-love. Let's bring in some fuchsite. Fuchsite can definitely help with happiness and also with connecting to that sense of fun, like just fun for the sake of fun, which can be really renewing and restorative to the spirit. So pretty and sparkly. Fuchsite helps to boost the energy of other stones, and in addition to helping us get into that sense of play and fun and just that renewing, restorative energy, it's also helpful for things like carpal tunnel syndrome, as well as sleep disturbances and even spinal alignment. But this is one that can help you with doing inner child work, as well as just giving into self-care, making sure that you really take that time for yourself. And it can definitely bring in a lot of just fun and happiness and enjoyment. Not worrying so much about like, oh, I'm having fun. What work am I not doing? I struggle with that. Fuchsite's very helpful for me in that regard. So there we go. For heart healing, we've got some rhodonite. Rhodonite helps to heal a broken heart, and so you can open your heart to love again. It's helpful for allergies, autoimmune, and asthma, 3 things that are very near and dear to my heart, and also helpful for healing insecurities, and on a larger scale, if anyone is dealing with like the lasting ramifications of past emotional abuse, this can also help with healing that. Wonderful too for helping balance yin and yang in the body. So we will bring in rhodonite, a very loving stone. And I also felt to bring in another stone to help with heart healing. Green onyx felt like it wanted to jump in today. So green onyx, ooh, and here we go, it's so pretty. This can be very helpful for grief and sadness, or just like that sadness in the heart, just where you feel like, wonderful too for making decisions, especially decisions that are in alignment with your highest good and moving forward despite any emotional pain. Helpful too for even on the most intense side, like emotional shutdown. So green onyx can be this sort of darker, richer green like we see here, or it can be much lighter, like almost a mild pistachio color. It's all still the same stone. This is also a great stone if you are healing a broken heart after the passing of someone. That can be helpful. So yeah, we got happiness and self-love with the fuchsite. We got heart healing. Lots of love to you, Grace. It's good to see you. And violet integration, confidence, creativity, fast money. You got it. You're so welcome, Lila Ray. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Good to see you. Okay, so let's do confidence, creativity, fast money. Let's see, azurite, red tiger eye. For confidence. I feel like sunstone wants to come out for confidence. So let's start there. So this is orange sunstone. This is very helpful for expanding your vision of yourself and of your own potential. So it helps to keep us from like playing small without realizing it. Wonderful for helping you set really big, expansive goals that are more in line with what you're able to achieve without like thinking that you have limitations in that sense. Helpful for being recognized, also for good luck, lots and lots of confidence, and also helps with phobias as well as bringing in career opportunities. Helpful too for marketing yourself, or if you own your own small business, it can help in that way. It's also helpful for you to, like, say you're looking to get promoted or even land a job through an interview process. This can be a helpful stone too. But lots of confidence in all the ways that we can sell ourselves kind of short. So that is Sunstone, which, by the way, is now available in the crystal shop. It was just added like yesterday or the day before. There we go. So that is Sunstone. Red Tiger Eye can definitely help bring financial abundance in a hurry. It's also a really helpful stone when it comes to protection, whether that's spiritual protection or like mundane, regular, everyday protection. This is the kind of energy some folks might want on their Thanksgiving family kind of journey. This is great to prevent bullying. So whether it's being picked on, in that sense of like it just kind of hurts, all the way up to people looking for sabotage. And then on the spiritual side, it can help with any kinds of malevolent spiritual work. So hopefully this is much more intense than anything you might need on Thanksgiving, but it's definitely one to use for those purposes. But yeah, also great for calling on financial abundance with quickness. So let's go ahead and bring in that Red Tiger Eye. And Azurite is really helpful for creativity, also for intuition and just insight in general. This helps to awaken the spiritual self and helps you to connect with your guides and gain some spiritual wisdom. Wonderful for indecision. It helps with relieving worry, and it can help to break down blockages like energy blockages and also obstacles that you're facing in your way. Helps with calming the mind while meditating and getting energy work. Helps with muscle spasms and also spinal alignment. So we'll bring this in. Again, this is Azurite. So I hope that helps. Lots of love. Let me know if there's anything else I can bring in for you. Alta, healthy gut, forgiveness, and confidence. Okay, good. So there's always so much overlap between all of us, no matter what day or what we're all needing. And this has been the case for years. So absolutely love to see it, that we're all like realizing what our needs are at about the same time. So I'm going to bring in another stone of confidence. And healthy gut. And forgiveness. Forgiveness is definitely aquamarine. But let's see. Let's check in with Cassandra Eason in the Crystal Handbook and see if there's any other stone she recommends for forgiveness. She doesn't. Okay, well, Philip Permut, who wrote The Crystal Healer, he recommends a few stones. One of them is sugilite, and that makes sense. So I'm going to bring that in. So this will help with forgiveness. So sugilite helps with what I often call unity consciousness. That's that concept of we're all interconnected. So what we put out into the universe, we put back into ourselves. What we put into ourselves, we are putting out into the universe. So that is Sujilite. And the way he explained it is that it helps us to be in a more receptive place for forgiveness, because it's seeing other people as an extension of yourself. It becomes a little bit easier to forgive. So I'm going to bring this in and also ask that this help embody world peace. So that's Sujilite. For gut health, let's bring in some peridot. This is great for whatever might be troubling your gut. So everything from acid reflux to Crohn's to everything in between, peridot can be really helpful for. It's also helpful for breaking bad habits. I'm struggling with trying to quit biting my nails again. I know Chris is trying to quit smoking, so this will be helpful for that. This is also helpful for working through themes around guilt, and also for bolstering friendships, and also to anger and jealousy, and releasing anger and jealousy, which I thought might be good for forgiveness. It certainly can't hurt. So we'll bring in that peridot. And yellow calcite is very helpful for self-confidence. It also brings in a lot of optimism and joy. This is a stone of the solar plexus chakra. That's your center of self, personal identity, and free will. This is everything around your self-identity, boundaries, and following through with your goals and wants and desires in life. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. And that, again, that's yellow calcite. So thank you for being here, Elta. Let's see, we will keep on going. Oh, and if anyone hasn't hit that like button, if you wouldn't mind, I certainly would appreciate it. But hey, it's all good. It's all good if you're already comfy. Joanna, welcome in. Yeah, Patty, you're so right. Big abundance, including more quality, supportive, loving people coming in. We are really I'm so appreciating all of the beautiful, souls coming in and hanging out. Me too. Well said. Money and good luck. Ooh, Key's job prospect. Good. Good luck in general for you as well. Keeping divine connection strong. As well as major protection. Red tiger eye. Okay, good. We have red tiger eye. So sunstone will help with job prospects, as will lapis. This really is helpful for calling in good job prospects and having career movement in the right direction. This also helps pain and inflammation. Honest, open communication. This helps with personal responsibility, follow through, owning our commitments. This also helps with disorganization and inner ear stuff around vertigo and hearing loss. But yeah, lots of good career improvement mojo. So we'll put that in here. And good luck in general. Let's see. Let's do 2 tourmalinated quartz. So tourmalinated quartz can also help with new job, more income, revenue, whether it's passive revenue or a side gig, anything like that, new ways of earning, tourmalinated quartz can help with. So tourmalinated quartz can be clear, it can be lots of different colors, but essentially it's quartz that has black tourmaline running through it. And black tourmaline repels negative energy, and so going through clear or any color quartz breaks up really old stuck energy. And so it's also really great for breaking up those old patterns, old pains, like stuff from childhood even. Helps to just break it up so that you can start to deal with it piece by piece. Wonderful too for breaking up scar tissue, whether it's emotionally, physically, spiritually, and for fortune and luck. So I think it ticks a few of the boxes for you. Also helps with protection during travel, particularly car accidents. And again, so much travel right now. Let's go ahead and bring that in for both you and Key and everyone else. And yeah, let me know if anything else comes to mind. Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. Joint pain, weight loss, energy balance, and business growth. Absolutely. Let's see, some Cinnabar, some Howlite, some Blue Apatite. A good energy balancer all around would honestly be tree agate, which is here. That is just, no matter who you are or what the balance or imbalance is, it kind of lines it all up for you. Let's also do, let's start here. So for helping grow the business, my favorite is Cinnabar. And that Cinnabar is just the red there. Cinnabar is mercury. Yeah, humans have used that for thousands of years. We use it for lots of stuff today. I have some in my teeth in the form of fillings, but it's thought to help also help a business to grow. It's long been, and I mean for thousands of years, it's been thought of as like the merchant stone, calling customers into a business, but it is also really toxic, and we didn't realize that until fairly recently. So only those little red dots are actual Cinnabar or citrine. And this is what you'll usually find if you're looking to buy true Cinnabar. Reason being because it's a lot safer to have it just in a lot of quartz, just the little pieces of it. You may see this if you were to purchase it online. It may be called Cinnabar or Cinnabrite. I've heard it called both. But yeah, that will help with attracting customers to a business so that it grows. Joint pain, my favorite for that is Howlite. This helps the joints and the bones, whether you're talking about injury or like long-term chronic stuff, so like acute or long-term, whether it's calcium absorption or healing soft tissue or all of the above, this can be really helpful. This is also wonderful for anyone that's looking to increase the density of their bones like me. And on an emotional level, this can be very, very helpful when it comes to anger, resentment, and also frustration. So also good in general for teeth, bones, hair. So that is white howlite. And the lapis is going to be helpful for that too. That's pain and inflammation, so that'll help joints. And blue apatite can be very helpful for weight loss. And even for folks who might not be looking for weight loss specifically, this is a stone that can help you to embrace a much healthier relationship with food, whatever that might look like to you. That's a very individual relationship. So shifting that also helps with learning about your soul's purpose and having the courage to enact it and follow along with it. Helps too with strengthening your energy field, which makes you less likely to take on the energy of others if you are empathic. Helps too with harmony and peace, like particularly inner peace. So that is blue apatite. We'll bring this in. There we go. So all the best to you, Jen. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Catherine, welcome in. Let's see. For Patty, we've got chevron amethyst, amazonite. We've got aquamarine in there, septarian, bloodstone. Green onyx is in there, fluorite, opal, fuchsite. Okay. Awesome. So septarian is helpful on the physical level for muscle pain and spasms, and also for wound healing. It's another stone that can really help with the solar plexus, our center of self, personal identity and free will. And really, really helpful too when it comes to emotional growth, shadow work, going to those places within ourselves that can make us feel pretty vulnerable. It helps to support us in that place and helps us to grow emotionally. Helps us to understand the underlying cause, beliefs, and habits at the root of the different things we're struggling with. And also in general is a great stone if you're having any kind of identity crisis too. So that is Septarian. Bloodstone is one of my favorite emotional stuff hits the fan stones, but it's great for emotional resilience. If you're hitting a point of despair, this can help lift you out of it. It's wonderful for relieving self-doubt as well, and also helps to quiet the mind while meditating or while receiving energy work, or while performing energy work too. And it also goes by the name heliotrope. This is a stone that can be great for those moments of like emotional overwhelm to the point of you feel like you almost don't know what to do with yourself. Bloodstone is a friend for that. Fluorite is helpful for grounding chaotic energy and allowing you in many ways to be the eye of the hurricane, be the calm amidst the storm. It can bring a lot of relaxation, and it can also help to comfort newborns as well as those who've just given birth, or anyone that's just been through something very chaotic. But yeah, this helps with also organizing work environments too. So that's fluorite. So yeah, we'll put that right after the bloodstone. Okay. Emerald is helpful for healing skin and tissue, and also for the upper respiratory system. If anyone's struggling with a cold or allergies, this is really, really helpful stone for that. Great too for restoring confidence about our appearance, particularly things that we may have been picked on or have a bit of an Achilles heel about. Helpful too for restoring passion for life. If you feel like you've lost your zest for things, you're not as into life as you used to be, or you used to have hobbies and now you're just sort of like, meh, this is a stone that can help you to reawaken a lot of that. There we go. So that's emerald. Chevron amethyst helps with tolerance of others and also with intuition, especially things like manifestation or any time that we want to connect with our guides. This can be really helpful for like shamanic journeying, any kind of visionary work. It's a very clairvoyant type of stone. Wonderful too for degenerative diseases of any kind. So that is chevron amethyst. So we'll bring this in. I love chevron amethyst, and these are just so pretty. And amazonite can be helpful for self-care, especially for folks who tend to overlook their own needs. They'd rather take care of others. This helps with also self-respect and seeing that, hey, it's okay to get the same caliber of care that you would show others. Wonderful too for luck as well as for calming and the spine and spinal nerves, which is always like the spinal nerves are a thing for me. So we will bring in amazonite. If you're looking for a gift for a nurse, amazonite is a good choice because it definitely supports caregivers to be care receivers too. There we go. And opal is a deeply spiritual stone. In many shamanic cultures, this is considered highly protective and sacred to the shaman. It's like a cloaking device in a sense. It's when a shaman does any spirit work to help with healing someone, this would help to cloak them so that they wouldn't attract the attention of any entities that would do them harm. So that is, in this case, fire opal. It's also helpful for manifesting, and it's a deeply spiritual stone. So that is opal. So I hope all of that helps. And I got aquamarine is already in there, as is green onyx and fuchsite. So we've got all your requests. And Victoria, you'd love some support with insomnia, patience, and organization. You got it. Oh, Chris, you never have to apologize for like checking out to go lay down and go to sleep. It's all good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do. Appreciate you very much. Okay, so back to Victoria. Insomnia, patience, organization. Definitely dragon's blood helps with patience, as does mortarite. Insomnia, the best one that I think of most of the time. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Insomnia, the first one I usually go to is labradorite, but I'm also going to bring in malachite. This is very helpful for that. So in addition to things like insomnia, this helps with processing really difficult emotions so that we can leave pain in the past and embrace a future expecting new possibilities. Helpful too for liver, pancreas, spleen, arthritis, inflammation, just kind of general aches and pains too. And for phobias, particularly fear of flying. So that is malachite. So let's bring that in. There we go. And for organization, lapis is very helpful, which is in there, as is garnet. Garnet is my favorite, like, go-to when I'm trying to get organized. It's also really helpful for creativity and for courage, but also practicality, planning, and thinking of how am I going to get these things done in this container of time? How can I best use my resources to get the most done? It's a very practical stone. It also helps with finding balance and strength when it seems like everything is up in the air and changing. So garnet for sure. It's a very, very practical stone. So there we go. And next is dumortierite, which was a beautiful gift from Jennifer Vatsa. Just Google Belladonna's Botanicals. You'll see her amazing shop. She's in the chat too. And this is a stone that can help with patience for sure. So it's also helpful for chaotic energy. So Patty, I think this will be helpful for you too. Helps with letting go of anger and also letting go of anger, letting go of frustration. It really helps with that. Helps with standing up for ourselves too. So it helps with that resentment, like not letting that resentment build, but dealing with whatever is there right as it's happening. Helps with healing ligaments and tendons, and it helps tidiness. So it definitely is ticking more than one box for you. So that is dumortierite. So yeah, that will help. So all the best. So we got your insomnia, your patience. This is full of patience and organization. So awesome. Thank you for being here, Victoria. Christina, good to see you. Intentions are self-forgiveness, strength, honoring the spirit of gratitude and joy. Ooh, I love that. And yes, high vibes, please. Yes. For self-forgiveness, the best one is bloodstone. And it seems like that is absolutely a theme tonight. Self-forgiveness and forgiveness in general. Lots of love to all of you. It's a hard thing, I know. But bloodstone can be really great for forgiving yourself and learning from your mistakes, and not just like beating yourself up over them over and over again. But also aquamarine. So that we've got covered. Those are my good like forgiveness stones. Strength, honoring spirit of gratitude and joy. Okay, so there's a couple that kind of popped out. One is crazy lace agate. This can be really helpful, and I know a lot of folks said confidence and also protection came up, so this definitely helps with that. But where you had said like self-forgiveness, honoring the spirit of gratitude, joy, and strength, this has a lot of energy of balance and also of courage, like I said, confidence, protection, a lot of heart and solar plexus. And I feel like when I think of things like the spirit of gratitude and joy, definitely heart is huge. This is a big stone that helps with the heart, but also solar plexus, that forgiveness of self, compassion for self, everything around the heart and solar plexus. I think this can be really supportive of. Also helps with physical energy, as well as skin, eyes, and speech, and for any kind of phobias, and generally courage too. So that is crazy lace agate. Oop, oop, we're jumping. Hang on. There we go. There's also, I brought in snowflake obsidian. This can help with releasing guilt. So I think that this might help you too with that like self-forgiveness. In addition to helping process guilt, this helps us to recognize any patterns that we tend to repeat that aren't helping us, so that we can maybe shift a little bit. Helps with calming overstimulation and general body, mind, and spirit balance. Also helps to find hope after any kind of loss, and it's wonderful for serenity and peace, like inner peace. Also helpful for clairaudience, which is our spiritual hearing. So if you tend to hear spiritual guidance, this can help facilitate that and help you understand it a little better. So that is snowflake obsidian. And where you had said strength, I feel like this is the one that wanted to come in. So this is mahogany obsidian. It's another volcanic stone. And this helps with releasing perfectionism and meeting goals. Definitely full of vitality and strength, both in terms of physical strength, but also in terms of character strength, personal strength. Wonderful for Wonderful for tooth pain and gum issues, as well as carpal tunnel issues, and in general releasing anger and also releasing any need for approval of others. Helps with the skin. So this is one that you can, if you at all struggle with perfectionism or anything like that, this helps you with that. So I feel like forgiveness of self, this might help that from a different angle. So that is mahogany obsidian. And like I said, obsidian is a volcanic glass. So both of them together for you. So lots of love. I hope that that helps. Good to see you, Christina. I'm still getting used to the updated screens in OBS, sorry. Oh, Chris mentioned archangels, absolutely. Snowflake Obsidian, Labradorite. Still don't have that one. Peridot. Amethyst. Amazonites in their black onyx chrysocolla. Lemurian. Do I hear Hattie waking up from a bad dream? I know none of you will mind seeing her. Okay, so let's start with Amethyst. This is another one that can help with sleep, and that's definitely been on the docket tonight. So, and for self-forgiveness, as we go through any kind of spiritual journey, or if we are shifting things, we've set intentions for self-improvement, this is a stone that helps to keep us from beating up on ourselves. It helps us with that serenity prayer concept of accepting what we cannot change and changing what we cannot accept. It also, like I said, keeps us from beating ourselves up in the meantime. And, oh, is that a little Hattie? You want to come up? Yeah, come on up. You felt it was Reiki time? Yeah, you knew. Yeah, say hi. Oh, you brought them healing purrs. Thank you. And then we also have rose quartz. Oh, so many purrs. So many purrs. She knows where the microphone is, and she brings her purrs right to it. Yeah. Yeah, there's been research on the healing of cat purrs and like the frequency and how it stimulates even bone regrowth. It's pretty amazing. And my cat, who has since passed away, was there when I shattered my leg, and she purred right into where it was broken. And considered my entire leg was wrapped. She knew exactly where the break was. Okay, so rose quartz. This helps with our center of compassion, and part of that is compassion for self as well as compassion for others. If you feel that you're emotionally depleted, you really just need like an etheric kind of big hug, rose quartz is your go-to. So I'm going to bring this into, let's go ahead and just sort of tuck them under some of the stones in the center here. Because man, we built our crystal grid fast today. So there's rose quartz, amethyst, and we'll put malachite right on top. Rose quartz. Whoop. Oh, amethyst, rose quartz. Malachite right on top. Maybe let's put malachite. There we go. And I'll just add some more malachite. Awesome. Okay, cool. Next is Lemurian quartz. Lemurian quartz helps with healing old past energy, old past pains that we've been holding on to, whether it's early childhood, past life, or both. Often it's both. This is a stone that can help you to release past emotional pain that's holding you back. Wonderful for learning about ourselves on that healing journey as well, which helps us to mature and helps us to even be able to help others. Like learning about healing through healing ourselves is the best way to start to embrace that. So that is Lemurian quartz, particularly blue mist Lemurian quartz. And there we go. And there we go. Next is iolite. It's another stone that can help with weight loss intentions, but it's also really helpful for intuition, and clairvoyance, our ability to have like spiritual sight. So whether you're doing shamanic journeying, whether you want to simply see your dreams more clearly, very helpful. Also helpful for managing money as well as dealing with fever. So we will place these. Let's see. I'll place these two here. Black onyx helps us to ground fear and anxiety. It also helps us to let go of self-doubt while bolstering a lot of self-esteem. It's a wonderful stone for grief and loss, and also for connecting with those crossed over, particularly ancestors. Wonderful for protection too, spiritual protection and mundane. It's supposed to be protective for protecting against those who would kind of play mind games, but on the etheric level, very protective, very protective. So we'll bring it in right behind garnet. Yeah, this was a very popular stone in Victorian times with, you know, grief jewelry being the thing. Go. And chrysocolla helps us to, it really encourages us on our soul's purpose. So if you need like a little bit of extra oomph and encouragement on your soul's purpose, this will get you there. This will also help you with making decisions that are in alignment with like your highest good. So if you have to make a bunch of decisions, this is one to keep around. Also wonderful too for finding new ways of expressing yourself creatively. So that is chrysocolla, and lots of love. And let's see, I'm just gonna find an apartment. Okay, will do. Okay, cool. All right, still working my way through. I love these requests. We got some amazing requests. Garnet ruby, yeah. Okay, so Herkimer can help with manifesting. And this is also going to help a lot of the requests that we've seen, kind of the themes tonight. This one definitely helps with relaxation, with being in the present moment, and it helps with harmonizing really discordant energy. And that can be among people too. Wonderful too for metabolism and balancing the metabolism. Helps to also kind of give a little bit of an oomph to your intuition overall. But if you're manifesting anything, Herkimer diamond, which is a type of double terminated or 2-point clear quartz that forms in the Herkimer, New York region of the US, helpful for all of those things. Okay, there we go. So that's Herkimer. And ruby can be helpful for the courage to be yourself. And in addition to the courage to be yourself, this can help with any qualities around leadership and management too. Also helpful for love, fertility, and for fibromyalgia. So that is ruby. Ooh, looks like we dropped in. We'll just leave that extra ruby right there in the center. There we go. Yeah, beautiful ruby. Wonderful. And kunzite, we'll grab that. I agree, Patty. I love this Reiki family. This is really like lightning in a bottle. Y'all are amazing. Ruby, and something for stress and dealing with the elderly. Yeah. Okay. And I'll get Catherine's too. So there's money. We've got a couple of asthma stones, but let's add green kyanite, headache, And we have a lot of safe travel stones, but there's still another yet, so I'll bring that in. So first of all, I'm going to bring in kunzite. Pink kunzite is superb for unity consciousness. We've talked about that a lot, the interconnectedness of all things, feeling that the awareness of what we put out really goes back to us, of what we put into ourselves goes into the whole of everyone and everything. This is really a high level compassion and unconditional love type of stone. So we will bring this in. I usually put it around the stones in the center. You'll see if they'll allow it. Oh, I offended little kitty butt. You can come back, Hattie. Nah, she's going to go sit in front of the heater. I don't blame her. Okay, so that's kunzite. For headache, I'm going to bring in pink tourmaline. This is great for headaches and migraines, as well as nerve pain, any kind of gynecologic issue, whether it's endometriosis, PCOS, anything. This is very helpful. Wonderful for mother-baby bonding, spinal cord injuries, and injuries to the spine, the skeletal structures too. Wonderful for muscle weakness and dispelling a negative self-image, breaking that down so you can start to rebuild your self-image, something much more helpful and healthy. For calling in financial abundance, let's bring in some citrine. Citrine is this beautiful brownish orange, which is so hard to find. I'm having such a hard time finding good quality calcite for the website. I just found some, but they're tiny pieces, kind of like this. And very helpful with calling in financial abundance and making good financial decisions. Also wonderful for balancing intuition with logic, which really helps us to use all the parts of ourselves in more equal and balanced measure. Wonderful too for addictions, compulsions, fibromyalgia, and nausea. So that is citrine. And our abundance corner is the back left corner of a room or home. And we figure that out by walking in the door. And with the door to our back, we look straight back and to the left. And that corner, that's your abundance corner. Okay. For lungs and asthma, sorry. Sorry if that was loud. For lungs and asthma, we have emerald and we have rhodonite. And I'm going to bring in some green kyanite too. This does quite a bit of amazing stuff for us. So green kyanite helps with the lungs, throat, chest, heart, asthma, the whole cardiopulmonary system. It helps also to balance and blend the spiritual side of your life with the regular, everyday, mundane stuff so that you can have a more holistic blend of both as you go throughout the day. Helps too with gaining wisdom through intuition and connecting with plants and nature and learning from plants and nature too. And that can be really helpful this time of year when we're pretty separated from nature. It can help to bring in a considerable amount of relief to things like seasonal affective disorder. So that's green kyanite. And for more protection for those traveling, we do have tourmalinated quartz, and there was another one I brought in that was helpful. That slips my mind. But anyway, another one that's great for protection for those traveling is moonstone. Moonstone also helps us to connect with the lunar cycles, moon magic, the divine feminine. This is superb for attracting love and finding your soulmate, and also connecting to intuition, deeper knowledge. If you're learning any kind of older spiritual truths or wisdom, studying any of that kind of stuff, or studying things like astrology, this can be really helpful. Also helpful for protecting, again, those who are traveling. So we'll bring this in. It's also great for divine timing. if you're having a hard time connecting with divine timing or trusting divine timing, this is a stone that you can work with. It's very connected with I see it as very connected with the High Priestess in the tarot deck. So we'll scoop that in. And same here. Whoop. Okay. So all the best to you, Catherine. Good to see you. And just peek it through. I think we're close to the end. And Joanna, you started your first crystal grid tonight with what you have. Oh, I'm so glad that this was inspiring. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. That makes me happy. Love it. And I do want to do between now and Christmas some really fun workshops for us that will involve like making some DIY spiritual gifts to give to folks that you can make on the tiniest of budgets, or pump it up full of lots of money if you want to, but it will all be like super budget friendly. So yeah, let me know. I'll put out a questionnaire as to like when y'all are around and want to do those, but I absolutely love it. Yeah, I think we'll have so much fun, but I'm so glad that you're getting into crystal grids. I love it. So I think we hit everybody's requests. So we're about at that time where I'm going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of your session, and then we're going to get into the healing. So go ahead and get nice and cozy for that. And of course, those of you who've been here before, and something for friend Alice to find her apartment. I would say Herkimer because that helps with whatever you're manifesting, but you know what else does that too? Bumblebee Jasper. This is clarity, mental focus. This is energy. You're so welcome, Catherine. This also helps with like getting excited about getting the work done, whether you're working alone or with other people. It's just like kind of brings up the vibes, like, let's get this done. Lots of confidence, which has definitely been on the docket tonight. Positivity, motivation, like I said, mental focus. But yeah, this also helps empower manifestation. So I'll put this in too. So there we go. Oh, that looks pretty. So I'm going to go ahead, explain all the Reiki, what it does, how it works, and then we're going to hop right into the session. So if you don't mind helping lift the energy of the space that you're in and that we're all sharing together, head on into the chat if you're not already settled down, and share anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. If you're already cozy or if you're watching this on the replay, no worries. Just close your eyes, deep breath in and out, and think of all the things that you're grateful for. Okay, and I will, after that explanation, we're all going to feel so much better. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one session or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com or look in the description where all of the links are. You can also sign up for my email newsletter in the description, which you definitely want to do if you're going to be shopping anytime in the next few weeks, because there's going to be some great sales. And the first people to know are going to be those in my email list. And if you want to check me out on social media, it's all down there too. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less a catch-all term for those of us in the West, meaning energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki, and this method was created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan, a time in Japan's history that was pretty difficult and dicey, where you couldn't teach anything that could even be misconstrued as religion or coming from a religion without some serious consequences. So this particular method of energy healing that Usui created and bears his name now was created to be deeply spiritual, but was also completely secular. And I feel like that's a big part of why we love it so much in the West. It totally supports our whole spiritual but not affiliated kind of way of looking at things. So the very understanding of what energy is in this system, for that we can best look to Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan that's still a very integral part of their culture and worldview to this day. And in Shintoism, everyone and everything has a soul, and all of those souls are interconnected. And that spirit, however you define it in this case, supplies this life-sustaining spiritual energy or soul energy. And that energy is already a part of all of us. It's flowing to and through all of us, and our body, mind, and spirit make use of it every moment to bring us into the greatest level of healing and balance we can achieve moment to moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing tonight is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy source and direct even more of it to you, wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be watching this. More on that in a moment. So during the session, you may have some feelings, like you may have some physical sensations in your body. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. You may mentally kind of tickle through some things that have been kicking around in your head. You may hear your subconscious, and spiritually speaking, you may have some clarity or intuition or just sort of a big resolution. You may also have a really lovely healing nap, and that is highly encouraged here. But more than likely, your session is going to be the perfect combination of all of those things together that suits you right here and now. So during the session, how do you get it? How does it work? Well, all you need to do is be open to it. And by being here right now, you already are. So I usually recommend that you find a place to sit or lay down that feels particularly comfortable for you and allow the Reiki to flow. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. And at any time, if you get distracted, if you want to go a little deeper, if you need to get up and get something, certainly go get it. And then if you feel like you need to sink back in, just take a deep breath in and out. It'll help bring you right back into the session. And during the session too, you don't even have to stay still by any means. You can journal, do some yoga, stretch out a little bit, play the guitar, whatever floats your boat. This is a time where there's no wrong way to enjoy Reiki. So go with whatever suits you in this moment. And if you're not sure what that looks like, just go ahead, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and see how it shows up for you. I will send Reiki for 25 minutes, during which time I will turn the lights down. You'll notice them moving slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe, so you're good there. And I will turn the music up. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of our description. You can check out her website or her YouTube channel and listen to her music whenever it suits you as well. And at the end of that 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out, come back to your body. And at that time, I'll be able to re-engage with you in chat. So ask any questions or share any experiences, and I'll be right there with you. And for anyone who might feel like you need some Reiki when I'm not live, I am live 5 times a week. It's the same days and times every week. Go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on. If YouTube feels like it, they'll let you know when I'm going live, and you can join us, make this part of your regular routine. But you can also just go ahead over to the Past Healing live stream playlist anytime you feel like you need a session. Reiki isn't limited to the same things that we as humans are. Reiki doesn't have to only be in one place at one time. It's everywhere all the time. So anytime that you're watching this video, the Reiki will be there for you. And anytime you need a session, just go ahead over to that playlist. You can always feel better. You can even zip ahead just to the session. So let's go ahead back to the grid and get ready to get some Reiki. But yeah, if you have any questions after this ends, and maybe they're still burning a hole in your mind, go ahead over to Learn Reiki Philadelphia. You can email me through the website, or you can go ahead and leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you for being here, and let's go ahead back to that grid. Oop. Hang on. Okay, now we can go back to the grid. Pretty. Okay, so let's go ahead and just balance this out a little bit. Well done, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Oh, baking pies with your kids. Enjoy that, Catherine. I'm grateful for all of you, too. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Let's go ahead, get nice and cozy. Take a deep breath in and out. Enjoy this Reiki. I will see you all in about 25 minutes. Thank you all so much. When you're ready, take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. If you'd like to just stay where you are and chill, that's awesome. If you'd like to head into the chat, you certainly may. If you haven't already hit the like button, consider doing so, but feel free to share any experiences or ask any questions. And thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Catherine. Same to you. Lots of love to you and your family. I'll be here Wednesday, 4 p.m., Thursday, 8 p.m., Friday, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., and Sunday, 8 p.m. So if you feel like you need a little pick-me-up, remember I'm here, or check out the Past Healing live streams playlist. The holidays can be hard, but I'm here for what it's worth. Still not still, lots of love to you. It's good to see you. I hope you have a good holiday too. You're welcome, Joanna. Thank you for sharing that you're doing your first grid. Yay! And remember, you can put things in your grid that aren't necessarily crystals. Like you can use herbs, you can use whatever you have that helps you set intention. It's essentially like making a mandala for like an intention. So you're welcome, Lila Ray. Ugh, big yawn from me. Awesome. And don't forget to get lots of rest. So everyone, thanks again for being here. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing with all of you. Lots of love to you and yours this coming week. I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close now with all of that gratitude for all of you. Lots of safety to everyone driving or traveling in any kind of capacity. And I hope to see you again soon. So take care and bye for now.